Welcome in, everyone. Happy Christmas. Oh, turn off the echo. Cool. Welcome in, everyone. Happy Christmas. I hope everyone had a good day, however they chose to celebrate. We're a bit festive today. Got on the Christmas hat. We are going to make one quick sidetrack from our plan stream to fix one problem with our red brick production. I actually noticed it was what was the most impactful to our farming. So we're just going to very quickly knock together a quick little mud production area just to make sure that we have enough. And we're going to move the whole thing up so it aligns here. And we will burn off the sulfur. Funny, that just doesn't align. There we go, there we go. Let's go grab the bits very quickly. On the last stream we finished up the bot wall, so this is actually much simpler now, because we just run over here. And in theory the bots give us everything we need. Let's find out. Okay, come on bots, speed up a bit. Ah, I turned off personal logistics because I didn't want to lose all the landfill that I had accumulated. Let's very quickly do that. Let's see if we get everything we need. We've got some washing plants and some mud water and some seafloor pumps. Okay. Bots seem awful. We will grab it ourselves. I'm going to let them build the maximum number of washing plants because I'm pretty sure we're going to need a bunch of those for the various aspects of geode washing that's coming our way. Ah, and the bots are all busy taking away all my landfill. Thanks, bots. Never mind. Okay, where were we going? Red bricks. Down here. Nope, north of wood. Up here. Just here. Then like that. Then I just want to make you a top-up valve. I only want you kicking in if there's not enough, and then you need some water. Cogs, would you like to say Merry Christmas? We'll see what he's got to say.
Ah, Christmas cogs. I must say, they're quite a jolly bunch. You see, they spend their days singing festive songs and spreading holiday cheer throughout the factory. While other cogs may grumble and groan, the Christmas cogs will be there, with a jolly pun or a merry quip, always ready to bring a smile to your face. They even have their own special holiday edition, with Santa hats and tinsel wrapped around their gears. So, if you're ever feeling a bit down in the factory, just look for the Christmas cogs, and they'll surely brighten your day with a touch of Yuletide hilarity.
Thanks, Cogs. He's definitely in the Christmas spirit today. Okay, let's see how many more farms we need. 4, and then 100. So, in terms of next expansion, I think what we're going to do is build some soil and compost, because that's what we're going to need to get the charcoal factory going. And I'm just trying to work out the best spot to do it. I was going to put the metals here. So I am a little bit tempted to... Oops, didn't mean to do that. Put it over here. That should have worked. Sort of build some mud and some charcoal, mud and some compost over this side. Because that way we can put the charcoal right here, nearby, and then move on to the metals. Oops, knocked the microphone stand with the wine glass. I'm not used to drinking wine, so apologies for that. Let us have a look at mud production. Soil production, I should say, rather than mud. That's really what I want. So do we want soil from mud and compost or soil from sand and compost? Okay, what's the most efficient? Let's try and have a look. One mud, one compost, one sand, two compost. Oh, they're filling me up with landfill. Okay. Thanks, bots. Probably going to be a bunch of ways we're going to want to get soil in the future, so we'll just do a simple one. Do it from mud. I want to get 4 blue belts. We'll assume that compost comes in on a train. $134 washing plants. Okay, that seems a bit extreme. What if we try it the other way? $90. Same. Okay, so it's only 20 washing plants for sand. But you have to pass in thin mud water. 1. $80 washing plants. This is 134. So this is more efficient. How do I do the geode washing? So if I wanted some extra geodes. You can get those from geode washing, right? See if we can find the recipe. Might not have researched it. Ah, here we go. Heavy mud water. Doesn't actually produce any mud, though. Yeah, washing for geodes doesn't give us any mud, so there's no benefit. So the sand one seems to be less buildings. No, this is way less buildings from mud. Yes, less buildings from mud. So we're going to do it by mud. So it's 134 of these that produces heavy mud water. What happens if I do that? Then it's a matrix solver. 67 and 67. Let's use the next one. To see if we can make the bricks out of this, for example, because we are going to want some clay bricks. 45, that's better. So let's use the next result. Where's my clay bricks? We were just over there. What do they need? They need concentrated mud water. So let's set up a little area where we... Yeah, this is how to do it. Let's go all the way through. And we'll offload the mud water at the points that we might need. 3, 4, light mud water. Wrong one. Okay, hold on, that's... So it produces this. Number 3. It's number 4. Saline water. And it also produces some mud. So 27, 27, 27. And then 90. And then we'll void anything that's left over of the saline water. So I think what we want to do is get some blasting charges first of all. Then we'll do 999, 999, 999. We're going to pick this up because it's in the way. We're not going to get all the signals working on the rails yet. We're just going to... We're just going to try and make sure that we have a basic network laid out. Let's go grab the blasting charges. Don't think we ever keyed those. Don't think we ever keyed those into our logistics network. Where are they? They're down on petrochem level. So what do we have on petrochem level? Electrolyzers are over here, so let's do blasting charge. And cliff explosives. And then Let's see if we can grab a few. So we did build these. I cannot quite remember where, if I'm honest. Here we go. They are out of the bot network. That's okay. We can robo-port them. Make sure we do 100 blasting charges, because that's a stack. Good. So let's see what this now looks like. So we're going to need to feed 27, 27, 27, and then 90 assemblers. So do we want to build... I think we want to build this way backwards. Got to take in soil and compost. So we're going to want to put compost in our train. Probably down here. We've got to get 90 of these. Nine, is that right? 8. Maybe we'll do something like this. Now, belt-wise, I'm going to want one belt in, one belt out. So I've got to move you back a bit. I'm going to have to get a train in to pick this stuff up. So how do I want to pick up the eventual product? It will produce, what did we say it would produce? 8 belts, right? Oh, wow. Okay, hold on. I didn't do that times 8. 720. So I want 4 blue belts. Let's do 4 blue belts. $360. So it's the same, however we do it. 100, 100, 100, 100. Okay, maybe I've built too much. $36 times 10. What does that look like? So each one of these can produce a blue belt out. Then I have to be able to load it into a train. So 4 blue belts is okay. So I could do 4 columns. So if I did... We're only using red belts here, but that's okay. This. Plenty of space here. There's 4 belts. Let's just take you away. Get the rail tracks. Something like that. Something like that. I'm going to load it here. One further up. Then delete you. Then if we take this and flip it, now move the whole thing closer to the end, but we'll leave that for the moment. So this is 8. Then we'll go here. Because I don't want to keep the track in. You've got to move one away from the track. So do you. Because I will lose the station. That. Good. So this is 48. $144. This is big. $288. Wow, okay, it's bigger than I thought. Maybe I need to build this half the size. So I've got to fit 400 washing plants in to make this much mud. Yes, okay, let's make sure we build this half the size. So let's redo to 2 belts of mud. $180. $184. Good. Now, can I work out how to make it twice as wide and half as deep? Probably doesn't matter because I think I actually have plenty of space here. Let's see. Okay, the bots will give us some more landfill while we work on the next area. We haven't got any inserters in, but that's okay. Go back to the pin. Now we need 54, 54, 54, and 54. Let's start with these guys. So this is what comes in. So I think we want it this way. No, bottom one. So what's a good multiplier here? 54 divided by, like 4 seems a fairly good number. Doesn't quite fit. It'll take us to 52 or 56. 15 times 4, let's do 14 times 4. So if I did 14 in a row, what does that look like? It's 10. We get 14, and that gives us a nice approximation for how big we make the station up here. Landfill will be incoming, or should we haven't landfilled, we haven't provider chested even the landfill, so let's do that. And or made it accessible to the bot network. Maybe we'll just grab some ourselves. There we go. Don't need a gun turret. So how do we lay this out? I wanted it that way. No, that doesn't work. I think this way works best. Then the previous bit comes in down here. And then the saline water comes out of the top. And we put normal water in at the bottom. Is that right? Need to move it a little bit further across. In order to get normal water in. And this is 14. We're going to need 4 of them with a 2 gap. 3 gap. C. Okay, I don't know what the bots are doing. I presume the bots know what the bots are doing. Then if the water comes in at the bottom, you can have it like that. It's 4,800 heavy mud water. The problem with that is it means it's greater than the pipe capacity. So I can't do this as... I've got this as 5 separate chunks. So let's do... And then leave a gap. We'll do it in chunks of 3. With a washing plant gap between them. We wanted 14 total. That's 5 chunks of 3. 1, 2, 3. One, 2, 3. 5. Something like that. This way we can get plenty of space for water. Do that there. We may need to move the whole thing a couple across, and that's okay. This is why we build it like this. We should actually be able to duplicate this quite easily for every other part of the mud washing process and make this our fairly general mud washing setup. There's 12 of them. Okay, good. I don't think I have enough space with the rails in order to fit in the what am I thinking? The water pumps. So let's move you to here. Let's see if we can blasting charge our way to something sensible. So if we did, it might be too big. I think we need to let ourselves get a groundwater pump. And then we'll fill the gap in, and then we'll copy and paste it. We need to do it with tiles in order to make it copy and paste. So let's see if we can create that blueprint. Tiles. Yeah, we've got to do a bit more. Still what we did. Is that going to be enough? It would be if I did it far enough back. Thanks, game. Helpful. So let's try and blueprint this one with tiles. Let's force build. Then it should put the pump in for us. Then I need you there. You there. A bit more lasting. That's water. That's okay. That's the right. Now I may have to move the whole thing down a bit because I actually have to get a train line in here, I think, because I need mud and compost. So we may have to move the whole thing down far enough to get some trains in. Or we move this up a bit. That's actually probably what's more likely to happen. Let's have a quick sketch on what that looks like. Now, if I delete all of this, then we need to paste this section more times. Two. 5. That's right. Then we need to fit these guys in this footprint. Still loading into that train. So how do we want to do that? So the first thing is we just chop it in half. So there's 176 here. So that's about 90, but not quite. 88. That gets rid of it. Then we just need to put the rail track in the middle of the two halves. Something like that. Although I don't think that's correctly destroyed everything. We'll just let the bots finish up what they're doing. Then we'll come back. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be building faster than the bots are at the moment. That's okay. The plan is to get most of the blueprints laid out and then work out what the bots are short of, and then we'll fill it in. And obviously fix up everything that doesn't work. Which, truth be told, is likely to be everything, but hey, whatever. We have to start somewhere. 194. It's actually misaligned. Right? Yeah, this one over here is wrong. Don't need the train here. Let's get rid of that. Then what we're going to have is 2 on each side flowing into the train. Do we think I need a stacker for soil? Do I want to leave some space for a stacker? No idea how much soil I'm going to need. Let's see if we can leave space for a stacker. Even if we don't use it, we can probably build one in. So if you come, just take you back a few, at least you're now about the right size. So wide I can barely see it on my screen. Let's put you here. a bit further up. Something like that. We'll get the rail track in the middle. We are going to go for right-hand drive trains. Need to take this away. So the train's going to come down this way. We need to bring compost in. Or it's going to come down this way to drop off compost. Good. Get a station there. We're going to do 111 trains as well. So this is actually fine for where it needs to stop. Then right-hand drive, so the train's got to come down there. This should let it build a stacker, one further back. There we go. Something like that. I might move it back a bit further. We'll make this sort of the way it comes out. So right-hand drive on there. So either to come out there, or you're coming down here. We'll get the signals going in a little bit. I think this is about right. Can that fit a 3 train? If I... Easily. So that's 1, 2. Lots. That's a lot. Okay, this is all messed up. See if we can fix this slightly. Are we actually in construction range? Not quite. We'll stick down a few temporary robo ports just to help the bots out. While we fiddle. Once we get the hang of this, we won't need the temporary robo ports, but I think for the moment it will help us. Okay, the problem I've missed here is I actually need to get the mud out of these washing plants. So this strategy isn't going to work unless I'm cleverer. Maybe it will. Maybe I can just put it out in the middle. Yeah, I probably can. That's okay. I actually have enough space there. It's actually going to work very, very well because I can run the belts through the middle. Now I need to get rid of this set of belts. I think we're actually going to delete this whole thing because this is all just wrong now. Oh. Sorry. Doggy is happy for Christmas. Just give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back. I see what she wants. Okay, back. I think Doggy's happy now. So I think we need to take this and then copy it. 2, 3, 4. This should be half of what we need. Yep. And then we want to make sure that that lines up with our station. Probably put this train there. Maybe a bit further back. Let's do it there. Then we want these guys about here. So this means this is too close, which is fine. We want to sort of load up here. Take that power pole away. That power pole away. The only problem with the stackers is it's taken so much of our space. How can we easily squish this down so it takes up less space? Is the answer we just don't do a stacker for soil? Are we going to need that much soil? What if we put the stacker over here? I just don't like the idea of all of this dead space. It seems awful. Let's not bother with the stacker. We'll just move the whole thing up a bit. I just don't think we're going to produce that much soil. If that works. So right-hand drive, you're going to come along here and down. Along here and down. We'll get the signaling sorted in a little bit. Get the train station in. bots are too focused on the assemblers that are in the wrong place. Because they can't put, okay, can't go there with the station. This seems fine. You need to go a little bit further down. Just to make sure that we've got it right. That seems about right. Then we need to bring a train in to get the compost in. So where do we want to put that train? Ideally, it wants to stop in the middle here. Something like this. So that it offloads right in the middle. See what that looks like. That looks pretty close to the middle to me. Then we can offload compost here. And we should be able to merge it in with this stuff using the normal two-way splitter technique. So if I did this, this, like that. Then we'll work out how much we can condense it as we go. We need, is this enough of them? It's 172. I need 180. That's perfect. So I have 1, 2, 4 lanes. 1, 2, 3, 4 lanes. So I don't think I can actually offload it from the train fast enough for all of this. I guess we'll find out. So we'll do 1, 6. We'll do something like 3. That's 6 lanes. Let's make sure we do this in 6 lanes, because that way I can get it off the train. Okay. That's a nice idea. So let's delete this lane. Delete this lane. I think we've got too much to get it off the train at this point. So let's just do it as a smaller section. We've built it too big. Let's go back and try and do 2 blue belts then. Really? It's still 180. Okay. That seems pretty insane. We'll do 88, so we'll do 1 blue belt of soil. 90. Okay, that's more like it. 88. Okay, and that's 90. Yes, that's a nice ratio. Then we can move everything a little bit further this way. So let's get rid of the actual rail connections. And then what have we got? 2 lines that we have to fill. So we can use the fancy outserters from the train to fill those 2 lines quite easily. Let's move you a bit further this way. And that means it's 27 washing plants for each one. So this is 12. So we'll just delete all of this. We'll do it as 24 washing plants. So we'll be slightly under a blue belt of soil. But it should mean it fits kind of nicely into this sort of footprint. We need to get 4 offloaders. And I want to do it this kind of technique. Where we merge the belts. Then I want from the train to come in on the inside. That there. We want a little bit of buffering. That. The train is 6, so we'll move that one across so that we have 2 gaps in the middle. Yeah. Take that and we'll put it do I need to make sure that this is splitted? That's easy. Make sure it's a little bit balanced. One further back. Something like that. That's still not going to do it. Merry Christmas, Aragath. How are you? How has your holiday been? Something like this is probably okay. Though these aren't actually doing anything other than getting in the way. Cool. Glad to hear. Did you have turkey or ham or anything else? I don't think we need to worry too much. Just do it like this. A bit further down. That works. That should be some 24 here. That's about what we need. It says 27, but that's fine. And the mud flowing through. Yesterday was sugar pineapple ham, black pepper camberad, sweet potato casserole and stuffing. Today was family gathering with a giant mix of things. Ah, that sounds very, very tasty. My favorite part of Christmas lunch is stuffing, so I'm very glad to see that you had stuffing on your menu. Let's get rid of this and this. Get you to go blueprint you. Oops. I'm going to need to blueprint you to make sure I grab where the water is. It's fine. Let's do that. Oh, the old one didn't disappear. It's fine. We can do this and then place. That's fine. That looks better. Then the rail can kind of come down here. Probably want to move this actually over very slightly, so it's slightly more aligned. I'm not sure it matters. I think if we can get compost in here, that's fine. I can now move the whole thing up some though, which is probably helpful to do. I use that as my benchmark. Just put the whole thing there. I think that's good. I am having fun figuring out rails again. I don't often do them, but it seems obligatory with C block. The earlier things were completely killing me. Whoops. Make sure we've stamped down the water. Get rid of this rail. That train doesn't seem to have gone in very far. But okay. If that's what you say, game. We'll see what it comes back with. Yeah, it's got to go in further. I thought it did. Okay, we're going to be back where we were before, I think. Yeah. Okay, that was me being silly. I still regret not doing rails, and at this point it would just add too much overhead to reworking my base for rails. Got a few issues to fix, and then I should hopefully be in proper end game and not failing at resources. Ah, that's really good to hear. I've tuned into a couple of your streams in the past couple of weeks, and I did see some of your progress. You are getting a long way through it. And it's very cool to see some of your beacon designs. That was what I was watching early December, I think, before all the sickness. Okay, I need to move down again, don't I? I've done it wrong. Okay. Yep, still got to go down again. One further down. There. There. See if that's going to do the trick, trains. Don't think it's quite far enough down. I think we've got to go down one more. Ha, yeah, the beacons. I'm trying not to go too crazy with them. Having major module production issues. Which need modules to fix the issues. That sounds quite recursive. But I've spent some time after a little burnout and have a plan now. Ah, that's good to hear. I'm not sure if you saw the toy I worked on while I was off sick, Aragath. Let's see if Cogs is up for saying hello. Cogs, can you say hello to Aragath, please?
Of course, I would be delighted to say, Merry Christmas. May your festive season be...
Okay. He clearly got bored. We'll try that one again. Cogs, can you say hello to Aragath?
Hello there, dear interlocutor. How can I be of assistance to you today? Do you seek some grand wisdom or perhaps a touch of whimsy? Pray, do tell.
Okay, he still needs some tweaking. But he at least understands, can you say hello? Okay, I think we've now got this aligned correctly. And that's still not quite right. But I should be able to put the train station back a bit and then we'll be good. Let's find out. That seems okay. Because I can then go here. Load. Here and load. We're down here somewhere, that's fine. You have some new stream tech I've been messing with and almost have the major issues sorted out. Ah, very cool. I will have to stop by then later this week or later this evening maybe. I'm not sure when you're next planning on streaming. And I'd love to check that out. Good, good. That has now moved. So now I'm misaligned here. Okay. It's okay, I've broken it all. Doesn't matter. Minor hiccup. Sure I've got enough of these. 77. So, but this one's in the wrong place. 88, good. Then we need this on the inside one. Like that. Should be streaming tomorrow, might debut the stuff, then assuming pre-stream testing as well. Cool, okay. I will stop by tomorrow and see and have a look then. That loads in, good. That does that bit fine. We do train track a tiny bit further forward. That should then put it nicely in the middle. Yep. Something like that. That then unloads. That fits the washing plants correctly with about 27. I have 24. Slightly over the water limit, but that's probably okay. Or could I break it up into 4 lots to better match how it looks here? I wonder. Let's try. Fill in all the holes that we've created over here. I do like this about C block, the ability to fill in the holes. Super helpful. This is what comes from the previous side. This is where the water comes from. Is that right? Yes. That's the previous side. Okay, blasting charge time. Blow myself up in the process, that's fine. No, it says saline water comes out there, so I think I should move this one further across because I know I'm going to have a problem. I suspect I don't need anywhere near this much fresh water either. What does an offshore pump provide? 3,000. Yeah, so the whole thing basically needs one offshore pump. Okay. So let's rejig this section. So I have one offshore pump, not one per level. So you produce saline water out. I have now got very confused. So this is where the mud water comes in. This is where the mud water input comes in. I then want every section to output on a belt. That's fine. That will get the mud out. Normal water, normal water. Yep. Normal water. Normal water. I have to get the saline water out. So am I better off just doing that this way because then I can keep it consistent? It's going to be always to the right. Because I actually just want to flush the saline water into a clarifier. So that's where the next input mud water comes from. And that's where the water comes from. Good. Now, I think I just need to paste this 4 times. Two. So just too wide. So should I just make it twice as long? Yep, I like that strategy. We'll just make it twice as long. Because I have plenty of space backwards. I'm going to have a lot of levels of this. Which means that doesn't quite work out. Only 27 washing plants. If I put a couple of modules in them, 23, it's not going to make much difference. And at the moment I have 16. So I need at least 8 more. So what if I just put 3 in? And then we'll split 3 into 4. We can do that quite easily. If I do this way, then like that. I like that. That is now 24. Which is basically the number with a small amount of 0 level modules, which we have plenty of. So let's do that. Let's check we've got all the plumbing correct. Just thin mud water in. What's this here? That's why it looks worse than it should be. Yep. That needs to come away. That's right. should have some level 3 power poles now. Let's make sure we build the builds with those. So it'll be a little bit easier for us to work with. And hopefully the bots will auto-deliver for us. Let's find out. Stick those in the trash so it replaces them. Let's make sure we've left enough space to connect the rails, which we haven't right now. Based on current setup. So let's pull it down slightly. Then that should set it up and we should have the power poles turn up. Good. One further back, one further forwards. Okay, I'll get the hang of this eventually. There we go. Good. That is then running. We have mud water coming through here. Mud itself now comes down here. So let's make sure we've got that set up. Because this is a bit useless if we actually don't send out any mud. Power. Then we'll go like that. Something like that. The power poles to join up to the grid. Good. There we go. That should now pop out. Then all that I have left is the liquid that needs to be clarified. And I want to put that there is no benefit in keeping around a bunch of salt water. We'll do this and this. Something like that. That should give enough clarifiers. Now let's see if we can get the next step of this building to go through. Don't know if we have enough mud washing plants. Let's find out quickly. We should do. No. Short of redstone bricks. Okay. See if I can work out where the redstone bricks have gone. So we replaced them all earlier in the streams this week, and things have not quite worked the same since then. Ah, these have got too much mud in them, that's why. Pretty sure that's the problem. There we go. You output on the near side. That should then mean we get plenty of bricks coming out. To make sure that we build extra washing plants. So you don't want to be the fifth one, you want to be the fourth one. Okay, I've left you very close. You actually can be closer. Here. I think. By one tile. Yep. You can. So let's do that. And then move everything up. And then move everything up again. Like that. That will then fix the power problems we've been having as well. If I produce clay, do I get mud out the end or not? No, I just use concentrated mud water. So should I build this with a way to drop off some mud for the other things that I've got to have? I could sort of do it the other side. If I got the length right, that looks quite cool. Let's try and work out how we do that. Something like that. Then if I move this whole thing down a little bit, like move the whole thing down one washing plant. Then I should be able to fit a train in, sort of the opposite of this thing. Something like this. I want to put I'd want to put priority input splitters on the mud coming from this direction. If I can. Other way. Something like that. Then I'd want to be able to put you. No, I want you to go the other side. We'll do output 3. Like that. How do I get you guys from here up there? There be the challenge. Think about this for a few seconds. That's where the salt water will go out, even though it doesn't fit yet. Just need one extra. So the way we fix this is we just split this in half and then we merge it. So just have you take out 2 at a time. I'm going to move this whole thing here down a little bit more in order to make this work. Right down 3 more. This is where I hope we have enough space this way to fit the whole thing in. We're going to find out. Just do it that way. Then splitter. So that you have here to here. Then if you come here, Okay. So I have 2 lines in from here and 1 in from here. I need to make sure I don't completely clobber them. Maybe just something like this. Input from this side. Really, all I want to say is the train takes priority. I think I still not got enough room for all the junctions on the way in. Even if I do this. Let's find out. So train comes off here. Input priority right. That's probably fine. That's good. We soil and compost. 2, 3, 4. And I can make this belt work. Flip. Everything's slightly different this side, so we have to move across 1. That. Then we need something like that. Think. Good. Now then, you have to out here. Okay, I have to work out how to get you under there. That's good. Then like that. That wires that up. Two. Why does it fit this side and not that side? Got 1 gap. Ah, because I have 2. No, you go in like that. Ah, because on the other side I have Something like that. See if it fits. It does not, which is irritating. Fairly easy to fix, though, I think. Good. And then we can work out the magic of how do we get this rail line out down here. See if this works. Then we'll fix the signals later. This is the soil line. Why is that now misaligned? It used to be lined up. Let's take this out. Let's see if we can steal it from this side. Don't know how symmetrical it is. Like it's pretty symmetrical. Ah, the difference is where the tracks go, but that's okay. Soil. I think that has done it. And bring mud in here. Let's name you appropriately. Mud. Mud provider, producer, consumer. Mud consumer. So there is a compost consumer. Good. Mud consumer, compost consumer. We'll work out how to unload the train in a little bit. But that looks good. We want to delete this bit here because it's wrong. And this bit here. We'll leave one gap between them. That. We need to change the recipes as well when we get here. Because we've got 5 tiers of mud washing to do here. I hope we've got enough mud washing plants. You need to be mud washing 4. Get out of the way so the bots can do their thing. Now we need to work out where the output is going to come from so that we can feed it into the bottom part of this guy, because this is where the thin mud water comes from. So this is wrong. It doesn't have the bottom bit. Like that. Good. That's what we want. Now, just makes it a bit simpler. Can't put there. Can't put there. I think I have to leave 2 gaps. Because we're going to have to tessellate this in a way that means the earlier and the later come through correctly. So you're mud washing 4. So you're getting your input here. But you're providing your output here. You're getting your input on the inside. Yeah, so we're going to have to do it slightly different. So you'll have to do it that way, I think. Ah, hold on. No, so this comes out the bottom. Okay, I'm gonna have to fix this tomorrow because I have run out of stream time on Christmas. So we just have to work out the input versus the output. So the input is coming in at the bottom. And then the output is coming out that way. Yeah. Okay, we will finish this off tomorrow. I think we're going to have a little bit of trouble getting started with some of these larger builds because they do have a much more degree of complexity compared to what we've built before, which was 5 washing plants in a line. So we might try a couple of different strategies to get through it. Thank you for tuning in, everyone, and Merry Christmas, one and all. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.